Chocolate TV, episode 167, and we are continuing our journey through trying different chocolate brands and bars and products and whatever. And today, we continue with the ices, the Italo-Swiss, made in Belgium. Kind of strange name, but this is their dark 70%, and this is cocoa mass, sugar, cocoa butter, vanilla, cocoa solids 70% minimum. So we're trying that one, and we are facing it with Les Comptoirs de Mathilde, chocolate from Uganda, 80%, and this is cocoa mass, sugar, cocoa powder, emulsifier, soy lecithin. No cocoa butter, cocoa powder, that's cocoa. They are really bad translators to English in France. Cocoa maigre en poudre. Okay. And beans from Uganda, well, collection spéciale gourmand, petit carré chocolat, and yeah, let's go for it. Let's try it. 70 and 80% dark chocolates. Don't know where the beans for the ices comes from. We had an ices last week with beans from a particular country. Looking at the carré, looking at the bits, the pieces of the bar, quite dark chocolate, 70%. Looking very, very dark brown with a black note or tint, or what you might call it, almost black. And let's smell that one first. Smelling dark chocolate, coffee, and tobacco, and a hint of dry wood and very, very, very dusty paper. No fruit scent, just that dark scent of those dark chocolate, dark coffee. Okay, let's try it. So from the nose you expect kind of bitter taste, but it's not. It's kind of subtle, kind of actually semi-sweet, with traces of cream, red berries, also some sort of almost hazelnut nougat paste, actually. But then, yeah, the further back you get on the palate, the longer you have it in your mouth, the more you get that mocha, that mix between dark chocolate and coffee. Surprisingly sweet. Ends off in a dry note, medium long finish, but still there's a semi-sweet feel to this chocolate. Kind of surprising, kind of one-dimensional. I don't know how to score it. 5 out of 10? Yeah, let's go with 5 out of 10. Good, decent chocolate, didn't blow me away, didn't disappoint me. 5 out of 10. Middle of the road. So, Mathilde de Comptoir, le comptoir de Mathilde, chocolate and candy makers in south of France. petit carré chocolat, very nicely molded into 9 squares. 80% cocoa from Uganda. Let's see. This is actually much more brown. This one is much more brown than the previous one. Brown in that sense that there is more red to it. It is slightly darker, actually. This seemed black, but this is slightly darker, but still more red, if that explains anything whatsoever. Let's smell it. A much more subtle nose. This is more like raspberry, chocolate, yogurt, meeting cedar box, cigar and red currant mix. Also a hint of spruce. Or is my nose going wild and crazy? Never mind, let's taste it as well. Kind of mute at first, very subtle, no punches of flavor or something like that. Dry, a hint of stickiness. We are up in the percentage of the cocoa or the cacao. Still very subtle, very almost like a lingering note of a tone, lingering tone of something in the far distance. There's no punching of your taste buds. Mid on there's more like, here comes the pine wood, the spruce wood, the dry macadamia nut, dusty feel to it. Again, still not moving much, but the back end is, it's trying to kick in with some sort of acidity, but it doesn't. It actually is a little jerk, that's it, no kick. Still that macadamia nut, pine and spruce, dark chocolate, yes, and kind of sandy in its taste, not in its essence or the feel of the chocolate is not sandy, in its kind of mellow, mute, cool, not rippling too much. I expected more. This is kind of disappointing. Solid chocolate, but I wouldn't say rich chocolate because it doesn't taste that much. So this is a 4 out of 10. This at least tasted a little bit more. That's it. Contour Mathilde, Uganda, 80%, 4 points, and Isis Dark, 70%, 5. That's it. And I see you for episode 168 next week. Bye.